This is part 2 to personal read Kangaroo. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how long this reading was going. Anyways, my phone cut off because it died, so I had to recharge it. So I ended up having to use the bathroom anyways. I had to pee, so you end up getting a better reading when I'm not trying to rush so much. So this is going to be what can help you with your writing process. And I was just saying that I was really excited that I pulled this card for you. Love your imperfections. I made this card actually a couple weeks ago because I don't know, I just felt guided to, and I've pulled it a few times since, and it's really helped me. It's always come out on days that I really needed to hear this message, so I'm going to read this to you. It says, right now what is blocking you from moving forward is your unacceptance to your physical self. This could also be related to an emotional unacceptance. But in our image-obsessed society, it's likely you are caught in the trap of comparison, which we all struggle with from time to time. Block those people you photostalk on social media for now. Follow some body positive and uplifting meme pages instead. Start playing with this idea of accepting yourself authentically, 100%. Once you see yourself differently, the whole world reacts to it. Seriously, I'm not even kidding you. If you can genuinely love yourself and the way that you look and who you are and everything authentically and 100%, the whole world around you is going to reflect. You know, if you're holding and harboring these inner insecurities over certain body parts, over, just anything about yourself, your physical self, or your inner self, other people are going to feel that. And, as within, so without. So your outer world's going to reflect that because it's going to keep turning you back within, to heal that. So, it's time to love yourself. Do some mirror work, I made this card because I'll be honest with you, I've struggled with body images my entire life. And a lot of it has to do with the way I was raised, and a lot of it has to do with, the society and how we treat image and say certain, by the messages they have in media, they say certain body types are more acceptable than others and you should look like this or that. But really, I love that our generation, the newer generations now, are really starting to push this idea of body positivity, and I love that that's what's trending right now, is people are using the power of social media to actually make change, and it's just such a beautiful time in our history, I think. I think this is kind of a new enlightenment, a new renaissance period. Everyone's making art, everyone's being themselves and finding authenticity and finding that love for themselves and raising in consciousness and join the movement. Something that this card says is to post a daring selfie. So show a little cleavage, or, post a picture of one of your insecurities, or, post a bikini pic and do the whole, body positive thing. Why not? Just be yourself and own it, and it's really gonna be great for you. They're saying what else could help with your writing process is being honest about this difficult time you've been through. Perhaps write about it. There's been some divine intervention in your life and some miracles and synchronicities, and those always make really cool stories, sudden shifts and sudden changes and chance happenings and happy accidents. Stuff like that always makes really cool stories, so I feel like there's some juice there for you. They're saying it's just a really great time to start something new. Maybe you can write about body positive stuff, Maybe that's something you're passionate about. Maybe that's why it's coming out. Is writing stuff that's going to help other people learn to love themselves more and be more inspired to walk in that direction. So, interesting. They're saying if you get writer's block, you can try this. Maybe if you're getting writer's block, let yourself cry. Let yourself be honest about what's really blocking you. It's probably because you're worrying or overthinking about something from the past, something that's hurt you, or it's a fear, some kind of death in your past. I feel like you've had to let go of a lot of people in your life. There's some ghosts haunting you, lurking you in the closet. It's like I don't know. It's really interesting. I feel a lot of death, so it's like that monkey on your back sometimes. I feel like that the dooms kind of creep up on you, and that's why you can't write sometimes. So they're saying then just take the path of least resistance and go into the dooms and like let yourself cry and maybe write some poetry, like start some type of writing where you don't try to edit or like judge yourself, and maybe do some free writing where you just write whatever you want, even if it's ugly, even if it's like F you and like you're angry at someone. You can write angry letters and like burn them. Please don't send angry letters. Learn from my my experience. I've sent angry letters before. I shouldn't have. Just write about whatever it is. If you're sad, write about it. If you're feeling anxious, write about it. Like, you need to turn to your craft, for this healing. They're also saying that remember everything you've been through. Like, they're really trying to commend you, and like I just keep getting this message, like you've been through so much on your path, like more than most people, and it's kind of your secret. It's like you hide that from people. And so there's another message coming through about not being afraid of your vulnerability, not being afraid to open up about that side of yourself, the darkness. They're saying that there's an opportunity there for you. And they're also saying, as far as that darkness, as far as this morning, they're just throwing this card in here to give you kind of an extra message that this situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. I'm having a hard time tapping into what this is about, but when you see this card, think of any gut feelings or intuitions that come up. I'm gonna just be silent for a couple seconds and allow you time to tap into this card and read its message and look at the picture and think about what's coming up for you personally, what you're seeing, what this card is telling you. I see a job. The word job came to my head. Like, maybe, this has to do with job you want, or, job. This is advice from Spirit. So this is the last row of cards for you. Embrace your shadow side. It's kind of picking up on this message here. Embrace your shadow side. Embrace the darkness. Be vulnerable. Allow people to see you. It's okay, it's safe. You're protected. That's what this card means. I know it looks really scary, but I seriously, I'm like holding this card to my heart right now because it has a very special meaning for me. I pulled it at a really dark time in my life, and it's like, for some reason, this card's like what kept me going. The message that goes along with it in the book is just so beautiful, and it just talks about embracing the shadow and that you're safe, They're saying if you're feeling frustrated, you need to get outside. As writers, we coop ourselves up a lot indoors. And really, it could be as simple as literally just stepping out on your balcony or going out into the front, the front of your house, just for like 30 seconds and taking one breath. It doesn't have to be that big of a deal, but grounding can really help you get barefoot. And yeah, I'm seeing nature, like huge message for you to go out in nature, like I said, to balance and to feel more positive. Nature's gonna help you return back to your natural state, and it's gonna help you feel more authentic. We pick up a lot of vibes from this world, the people that we're encountering, from social media, from advertisements, from the TV, from everything, the news, and when you go out to nature and you kind of clear your mind and you just get into the moment and you witness the beauty and the abundance and just the magic of nature, it helps remind you who you are, and it helps you, it really, really is going to help you draw your inspiration. So don't forget where your power is coming from. Don't forget where you're drawing this energy from. You got to draw it from the pure source, go outside like this card says. And I'm going to leave you with this last message. It's so beautiful. They're saying believe, you have to believe in this path of writing. Don't be 1 foot in, don't be 1 foot out, don't be so unsure about it. This is meant to be, remember? So they're saying believe in your mission and your soul purpose. Remember who you are. Honor and protect your truth. So I know sometimes when you write, you might be doubting what you say is true, or be doubting if it's going to resonate with certain people, or if you should write it or not. But you have to just go with it and trust your gut And, that's what protecting and honoring your truth is. It's believing in yourself, which that's all that matters, is that you believe in you. So stop turning to outside for that validation. Stop turning to, needing that recognition and approval. If you need it too much, that could be what pushes it away. And look, I need it so bad. I mean, look at me, I'm up on the internet all the time. I love getting feedback and comments and likes and all that stuff, but sometimes you have to step back from that and realize, why are you doing this? And you're doing it for you, and all that matters is that you like it. When you read that sentence, or you read that chapter and that book, whatever, all that matters is that you like it, and you feel like it's your truth, and you feel like that's what you want to say. So return back to that, return back to that. Why did you start this? What's the message you really want to get out and convey, and go back to your roots? And they're saying, believe, this is your path. I feel like you don't, all us writers, we're just so insecure. That's all I'm going to say. We're just so insecure sometimes. And that's okay. Our sensitivity, that's what makes us such brilliant writers, but it can backfire, and we can be a little bit too sensitive with ourselves. So believe. And I'm going to read this to you. Once again, another message from my personal deck. Do you remember imagining and playing pretend when you were little? This is your natural and empowered state. Believe in the positive and wanted visions that you have and all that you wish for. The reason that you desire these things is because they are what is in alignment for you. It shall be. So get in touch with your dreams and desires. Celebrate them, for they are here. So you've got this believe card, you've got the your wishes granted card, you've got the manifestation card. It's a lot of messages overall coming through in this reading about your trust in the fact that, in what you're wishing for. Trust your desires. This desire you have to, achieve this fame and this recognition and this approval, get these rewards, opportunities, jobs, and to take this path with your writing. The reason that you have this vision for your life is it's because it's what you came here to do. That's not a coincidence. You're going to continue to be led back to the path. And even if you stopped writing, you would continue to get opportunities to do it. And I'll tell you that with my path. Something that I do is, and I talk about it on this channel because I'm raising money for it, but I'm a fashion stylist, and I do all eco-conscious fashion. And I've been wanting to be a stylist almost my whole life, to be honest. And for many reasons, a lot of it had to do with what people around me were saying, and maybe just like I said, being in this fear-based society, it could be very fear-based sometimes, made me feel very insecure about these desires I had, and I felt like I needed more money, and I needed to come from a different background, and I needed to be this, and I needed to be that, and I needed to be thinner, I needed to be taller, I needed to be, have better clothes to be a fashion stylist, I needed to live somewhere different, and I realized that, all you really need is faith in yourself, Sometimes you just get these things in your head and you start creating these roadblocks and obstacles, you get these ideas, but, you can be the one to break the mold, you don't have to have money to start this business for yourself. You don't have to have, approval or permission from anyone but yourself. So what I'm saying here is, first you take action and then the money comes, You believe in yourself and the entire world will believe in you back. Everything in this world mirrors us. So turn to your internal world and spend some time on it. That's what they're saying. This is going to come through for you. This is it. It shall be, it is there's a reason you want this. You keep being led to this path. But turn within and water that garden, and the crops and the plants will grow. That's what I'm trying to say here. I'm so excited for you. I love everyone who writes. It takes so much to open yourself up like that and to take a risk and to just go for it. That's why I have such a passion for inspiring artists, because I learned along my path, that there's a reason that you have these visions for your creativity, and when you follow through on it, amazing rewards and blessings come through. I'll tell you that. I kept going on my path to styling, and it just keeps getting better and better, and more keeps happening, and it's expanding and growing exponentially. And that's what I see for you with this career, with your writing. It's going to expand and grow exponentially. You just have to stay committed. And so, you know, just a page a day. You know, love your imperfections. Continue to trust in what you've been manifesting, open to receive. I've really be excited to hear what ends up coming through for you in the next couple weeks, if you can stay in touch to see if this thing comes through. So I really hope that this reading helped you. I pulled one card for your love life, just to kind of throw that in there, and I got the empowerment card. So I feel like you're at this point where you're trying to have boundaries when it comes to your love life. Like, maybe if you're dating, you're trying to pick someone more specific. If you're in a relationship, then you're learning, you know, how to have these boundaries so that you can get things done. And so it could be that you're not really focused on relationships right now because of your career. But you know, and like I see these clouds in the distance, like there's some shit that went down, excuse my language. But the grass is greener now, you know what I mean? You're on the other side, and I see these all as potential suitors you have coming towards you, actually. And it's like you could pick anyone. Like, you go over there and you could pick one up. Like, pick one, you know? So you might be in a situation in the future where you're gonna have to choose between a couple different people. But I wouldn't worry about that. If you're in a relationship, it's long-term, it's committed. I don't know if I see that for you, but if you are, it could be that you're going to have to choose between career and them. In a way, you're going to have to find a way to get that balanced, because there is actually a lot coming for you in the future with this career. I mean, that's why so many cards flew out, because they're saying, like, this is your path, you know? So anyways, I hope that helps. And definitely let me know what resonates from this reading. And if you watch this and it's not your personal reading, then and you're interested and you want one, then check out the description below. My readings are only $11.11. Peace out.